In 2001, Legally Blonde showed that a woman scorned can become a Harvard ace, even if only armed with a fashion degree, a cute pooch, and a closet full of pink. But what has the iconic film's cast been doing since? Let's take a look. Much like her character in Legally Blonde, Reese Witherspoon has been a beacon of determination and success in Hollywood. While she might have become a rom-com regular shortly after the film's release, she also managed to wow the film world with her depiction of June Carter Cash in Walk the Line, earning an Academy Award for her portrayal of the real-life musician. When her role options no longer satisfied the actress, she started taking matters into her own hands and producing films and television series that offered her and other women meteor screen moments. She was celebrated for her starring role in the adaptation of Wild, even earning another trip to the Oscars for it. She was also a driving force behind the ultra-successful thriller Gone Girl. Meanwhile, her work in Big Little Lies, Little Fires Everywhere, and The Morning Show have also proved her mettle on the small screen. Thanks to her voracious appetite for books, Witherspoon has an entire library of stories she intends to see on the big screen. So it's safe to say that her Hollywood hot streak is nowhere near its end.
I completely agree.
Although he was a heartthrob in the Legally Blonde movies and a few other films, Luke Wilson, who played Emmett in the legal rom-com, has never quite become a regular leading man in movies. He did enjoy top billing in films like My Super Ex-Girlfriend and Idiocracy, but much of his filmography has been filled in with independent movies and supporting roles that feature him as a likable and relatable nice guy type. However, he did enjoy a recurring role in the hit HBO series Enlightened, and he has made a few headlines for his real-life heroism along the way as well, pulling a woman out of a smoking car in 2018. Wilson has admitted that part of the reason he's not an A-lister, despite having a recognizable name and face and some respectable work under his belt, is that he hasn't been gunning for the top quite like his peers. He admitted to Backstage, "You can see how people plan a career," which I never really did. Still, he's had no trouble keeping the lights on and being pleased with his career. He told Canada's The Star, "I love being an actor who works. That's what makes me happy." Notably in 2020, Wilson took on the superhero genre by playing character Pat Dugan in the CW's Stargirl. Vivian Kensington is just one of Selma Blair's most memorable roles from the turn of the millennium, considering her performances in Cruel Intentions and The Sweetest Thing. Even so, her career started to slow down soon after, thanks to some personal setbacks. She had some trouble reclaiming the wholesome image that informed so many of her prior roles. After starring with Charlie Sheen in TV's Anger Management, she was let go after engaging in a dispute with the actor over his work ethic, and it took several years for her to return to the small screen. She did so with a very small role in the People vs. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story. In 2016, the actress had to publicly apologize after she was removed from an airplane and carted away on a stretcher following an outburst on her flight. Later, however, Blair became something of a figure of the Me Too movement. As she revealed, she was willing to risk everything to expose the director who'd allegedly sexually assaulted her, and her screen career started to look up again after she nabbed a central role in Netflix's sci-fi series Another Life. In 2018, she revealed that she'd been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. She shared in an Instagram post, "I've had symptoms for years, but was never taken seriously until I fell down in front of a doctor trying to sort out what I thought was a pinched nerve." He might not have been Legally Blonde fans' favorite guy after delivering such a convincing performance as the selfish jerk Warner, but Matthew Davis has managed to win over a lot of audiences in the years since, thanks to his TV role as Alaric Saltzman. The character was introduced in the first season of The Vampire Diaries and has been a regular mainstay of television's vampire drama scene ever since, especially with Davis reprising the role in the series spin-off The Originals and its follow-up Legacies. Outside of that role, however, he has had some trouble getting his standalone small-screen vehicles into gear. His 2013 series, Cult, was canceled after a single season, and the 2017 ABC drama, Las Reinas, which would have featured Davis as a main player, was not ordered to series by the network. It's a good thing there's still a lot of vampire slaying to do for the actor.
I've been wanting to kill someone all day.
Shortly before her memorable role in Legally Blonde, Jennifer Coolidge helped bring the term MILF into the mainstream as Stifler's mom in American Pie. She went on to continue that role in the film's sequels, but found that she was always being typecast as the buxom blonde in movies. She told IndieWire, "I would say 90% of the scripts that show up on my door are women who have had lots of plastic surgery that are married to rich men, sort of a trophy wife. Some women really do get it all. For me, it's the same thing that happens over and over. I should change that and maybe write my own thing." For what it's worth, the television side of the industry had a little more to offer her, with roles in shows like Joey, The Secret Life of the American Teenager, Gravity Falls, and Two Broke Girls. Before Legally Blonde featured him as the despicable Professor Callahan, Victor Garber was best known for his work in films like The First Wives Club and Titanic. But he has since carved out a successful career in television. He has enjoyed recurring roles on a bevy of series, including Web Therapy, Legends of Tomorrow, and The Orville. He earned 3 Emmy nominations for his alias role, and was even recognized for his guest stint on Will and Grace. Despite his success in TV, Garber has still been a part of prestigious films like Argo and Sicario, and he has been busy on the Broadway circuit as well, starring in the 2018 revival of Hello Dolly to much fanfare. He even made time to appear in the 2020 holiday movie Happiest Season. Of his career's variety, he told Time, "Really what interests me is the material and finding something I think would be fun to do. I make my choices based on that." By the time she became the spicy Professor Stromwell in Legally Blonde, Holland Taylor was already decades into her career. However, the bulk of her many Primetime Emmy nominations would come afterwards, as a result of her long stint on CBS's 2.5 Men. Despite starring on the series for more than a decade, however, the actress claims she doesn't like to be in one place for too long career-wise. As she told the Times columnist, "I think variety and change and mixing things up is essential for me because I have kind of a mild ADD, and I jump from thing to thing." She's since gone on to star on Mr. Mercedes and Hollywood, but true to her word, she has mixed things up a bit over the years, having crafted a political play inspired by one of her heroes' death. Her name has also made headlines a great deal thanks to her relationship with fellow TV star Sarah Paulson. Like many of her fellow Legally Blonde alums, Larter turned to television after appearing in the film as exercise guru turned murder suspect Brooke Taylor Wyndham. After reprising her role as Clear Rivers in Final Destination 2, a send-off to her teen drama days, she starred in multiple roles for the hit NBC series Heroes. She also starred in the series Legends, Pitch, and The Rookie, while picking up various film roles, including a part in Obsessed, which earned her a Razzie nomination. After becoming a mother, she found that working on a small screen set was simply more accommodating to her new lifestyle, telling Philadelphia Style, "When I'm there, and I'm present. But as a working mom, I arrive on time, and the second I wrap, I'm out of my trailer and on my way home to Teddy." Jessica Cauffiel was pitch perfect as the goofy sorority girl Margot in Legally Blonde, but she hasn't had much luck in the entertainment business since her role in the iconic film, despite some early success. After Legally Blonde, the actress scored small roles in films like Stuck on You and White Chicks. Before long, however, her filmography took a back seat when she took on an entirely new role as a mom. As she has shared in some of her Instagram posts, being a parent has become her biggest priority. However, Cauffiel, who's remained close to co-star Alanna Ubach, has teased a return to the realm of comedy and has confirmed her plans to return for Legally Blonde 3. So prepare to see her break out the old halter tops and spray tans sooner rather than later. She might have been a little bit ditzy on screen as Serena in Legally Blonde, but Alanna Ubach has been utterly savvy about carving out a successful career since the film's release. Between earning guest roles on prestigious TV shows like The West Wing and Friday Night Lights, stealing scenes in films like Waiting and Bombshell, and performing on soundtracks like the one for Coco, she has kept herself very busy over the years. Like Cauffiel, she is also, quote, "so jazzed about returning to Legally Blonde 3, and has even pitched a few ideas for the future of her character to TV Insider, suggesting, Serena was quite the athlete Laker girl. Maybe she cut an album and is now a judge on American Idol. Divorced Joseph Pilates' great-great-grandson, engaged to Jack LaLanne's great-grandson. Hey, anything can happen in La La Land." After she appeared in the jaw-dropping courtroom scene as the two-faced heiress, Chutney, in Legally Blonde, Linda Cardellini's career really started kicking into hyperdrive. She starred as Velma in the live-action Scooby-Doo films, earned a small but compelling role in Brokeback Mountain, and became a regular star of ER. Things haven't slowed down for her since, as she continued on the TV drama scene with roles on Mad Men, which earned her a Primetime Emmy nomination, and Bloodline. She also enjoyed the renewed popularity of the now cult favorite Freaks and Geeks, and even got to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Avengers Age of Ultron and Avengers Endgame. She also stars opposite Christina Applegate in Netflix's Dead to Me. If her resume seems a bit scattered, that's because Cardellini likes to change things up pretty regularly. She told Pretty 52, "I try to take as many different turns as I could to make it interesting for myself, and hopefully for everybody watching. Hey, as long as she's not framing people in court, everything's A-okay." It's hard to imagine anyone pulling off the creepy but kind classmate David Kidney quite as well as Oz Perkins, who happens to be the son of Psycho star Anthony Perkins. But unfortunately for Perkins, roles like that of Kidney are few and far between, so after continuing to earn bit parts in films like Not Another Teen Movie, the actor started hatching his own projects as a writer-director. His first script was for 2010's Removal, which he starred in, and he later co-wrote Gold Comes the Night, which starred Bryan Cranston and a few other successful thrillers. He now goes by his given name, Osgood Perkins, and doesn't seem to be slowing down on his new career anytime soon, as he directed the 2020 horror film Gretel and Hansel. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more list videos about your favorite celebrities are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.